Now, friends, 33-6. The Seahawks on top, and there's still 2:23 to play in the third. The handoff, Walker. He's coming back to the right side. He is going to score. Touchdown, Seahawks. Ken Walker, the third, skips in around the right side. Great blocking. The Niners haven't stopped it yet. His third touchdown of the night. Ken Walker, I think, might get a game ball.
Seahawks Radio Network on the call. That is your Express Pros Pro of the Week. Kenneth Walker III, 19 carries, 116 yards, 3 touchdowns in that wipeout of the Seattle Seahawks over the Niners over the weekend. He is your Express Pros Pro of the Week, facing a peak season, looking for a new team member. Workforce solutions from Express Employment Professionals make hiring easier. Visit expresspros.com to find an office and see how Express can help you hire smarter and faster.
We didn't have like a more updated highlight?
Let's see. Let me scour the NBA, see what NBA.
Oh, I see it is. You just don't want to talk about the NBA?
No, absolutely not. Unless you want to talk about
that was like almost a week ago. I was like, all right, that's interesting.
Well, I mean, look,
they got Kobe Bryant highlights up on the 4-letter word or 4-letter network right now. I mean, that's a little old.
Yeah,
but it's almost NBA time. So yeah, there you go.
And think about it. It started months ago.
Nobody. By the way, I did say I sent you guys something about Jeannie Buss and
I saw it.
Yeah,
the thrill is gone.
By the way, Jeannie released a statement based on the ESPN report that talked about the dysfunction in the family, how angry she was with
the
LeBron James
LeBron.
and all that, and thought he wasn't grateful enough that they had drafted his son and so on and so forth. And she denied that in a statement, said it's a shame that, in so many words, that he had to be brought into our family drama. So it feels like the Buss family's got some issues there. I did like how the punishment for LeBron James would have been trade him to the Clippers. Like I did like that. Like, if you're going to trade him anywhere, we'll keep him in town. He doesn't have to move. We'll just trade him to the Clippers, which I thought was disrespectful to them. But yeah, nah, not great. A lot of drama going on there with the Buss family. Tell you what is great. Our brand new YouTube channel for the show, though. Just search 2 Pros FSR on YouTube. Again, that's 2 Pros FSR. Be sure to hit the subscribe button. Don't stop there. Hit the thumbs up icon and comment away. Let us know who on the show you agree with, who you think is completely wrong. Check out our new channel on YouTube. Again, just search 2 Pros FSR and subscribe. By the way, Patrick, what do you think about the fact that I tried to give your Seahawks a little bit of love and Brady Quinn just defecated on it?
I was so happy when you picked Ken Walker.
Yeah, what about that? And you call him Ken.
I wanted to know what the other options were.
That was it, Patty.
Come on. They blew out the Niners. Come on. I'm really happy about it.
Oh.
That's my guy.
That'll be $10, bro.
Oh, come on.
$10, Patty.
For being a Seahawk fan?
Yeah, for being a Jonas fan.
Hey, it's Jonas Knox. Need to scale your workforce for a peak season? Express Employment Professionals offers contract staffing so you can scale with ease and maintain productivity. Get started at expresspros.com. When it comes to hiring, it's about people, and that's where Express Employment Professionals comes in. Express experts connect you to qualified candidates matching skills to your business needs. Hire differently with Express. Visit expresspros.com to find your local office. That's expresspros.com. Express Employment Professionals, building your workforce, supporting your success.
Earn an accredited MBA in as few as 16 months for about $21K at University of Maryland Global Campus. Explore 10 specializations, including finance, HR, cyber technology, and more. Plus, showcase the value of your MBA with a comprehensive learner record and digitally demonstrate in-demand skills and credentials to employers. No application fee if you apply by February 11th. Learn more at umgc.edu. Certified to operate in Virginia by Chev.
Listen to the Bama Brown Experience on the free iHeartRadio app or at BamaBrownPodcast.com.
Still working that accident. 71 westbound in Norwood Lane. Stop and go traffic now back from Orchard Road. Accident reported to 290 westbound at FM 973 and also 71 eastbound at Spanish Oaks Club Road. A disabled vehicle blocking the center lane. I'm Alan Craig with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Aleve. Life doesn't wait, and neither should you. Aleve can help you deal with pain less throughout your day. With just one pill, Aleve lasts up to 12 hours. Don't let those aches and pains hold you back from doing what's important to you. Use as directed.
Introducing True Earnings Checking from Austin Telco Federal Credit Union. Earnings that are almost too good to be true. Earn 5% APY on balances up to $15,000. It's simple. Just deposit at least $1,500 in new money and make 15 debit card transactions each month. No minimum balance, no monthly fees, even if you miss the requirements. Open your account online or at any of our 24 Austin area locations. Visit atfcu.org to learn more. Rates subject to change without notice. Federally insured by NCUA.
The deals are heating up at Group 1 Ford of South Austin, home of transparent pricing and no dealer add-ons. Lease a new Ford Bronco Sport Big Bend for just $329 a month with zero down. Or lease a new Ford Explorer for $429 a month with zero down. 36-month lease terms. Bronco Sport MSRP $33,690. Explorer Active MSRP $42,940 before discounts. For well-qualified buyers with approved credit. First payment due at signing. See dealer for details. Ends 2/2/26.
Hi, I'm Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell, America's largest family law firm. During this time of year, difficult relationships sometimes become impossible. If you or someone you care about is facing a family law issue, let us set up a 1-hour Cordell Consult. The Cordell Consult is a meeting with a local attorney who will give you clear guidance about your options, whether it's a separation, a postnuptial agreement, divorce, or custody. CordellCordell.com.
Austin, San Antonio, and St. Louis.
Well, the holidays have come and gone once again, but if you've forgotten to get that special someone in your life a gift, well, Mint Mobile is extending their holiday offer of half off unlimited wireless. So here's the idea. You get it now. You call it an early present for next year. What do you have to lose?
Visit mintmobile.com/radio. Limited time 50% off regular price for new customers. Upfront payment required. $45 for 3 months, $90 for 6 months, or $180 for 12-month plan. Taxes and fees extra. Speeds may slow after 50 gigabytes per month when network is busy. See terms.
Meet Morgan Jones. Morgan is about to step into a world unknown to most, thanks to Progressive's Renters Insurance, a place of fresh linens and turn-down service. You see, Morgan temporarily vacated her apartment and has gone to a hotel because a pipe burst in her apartment. A pipe that made her sense of reality and apartment's ceiling all come crashing down. Luckily, Morgan checked into Progressive's Protection Zone. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and third-party insurers.
Adopt US Kids presents Multiple Choice Parenting.
You accidentally cut your daughter's bangs unevenly. Do you A, line things up a centimeter from her hairline?
Man, oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man.
No. Sweatbands are so hot right now. Everyone's wearing them. Like that basketball player and that other basketball player.
B, get spiritual.
Mom, where did all the mirrors go?
A reflection could never capture our true selves.
Huh?
Beauty is within.
C, look on the bright side.
Less time blow drying, more time texting.
Or D, show empathy.
Mom, you really don't have
Ta-da! Twinsies!
I kind of love it. As a parent, there are no perfect answers, but you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
For more information on how you can adopt, visit adoptuskids.org/OH. A public service announcement from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
From the Audio Visual Consultation Studios, Sports Radio 1300 The Zone, KVET AM Austin, your home for the Horns, and the #1 preset in your car and on the free iHeart Radio app.
The morning kickoff. The morning kickoff.
It's the morning kickoff with Mike Hardball Hardge and the world's strongest man, WWE Hall of Famer Mark Henry, on your home for the Horns, 1300 The Zone.
Second one for Denzel Aberdeen, and it's good. Aberdeen with 19 points, Longhorns inbound. Quickly to Pope across midcourt. NBA range 3. No good. Jordan winds up going 0 for 6 beyond the arc. And the Longhorns, after winning back-to-back games in SEC play, have now dropped back-to-back games in SEC play. They fall to 2-4. Excellent ball game tonight, but the Longhorns come up short. Final score here tonight from Rupp Arena in Lexington. The Texas Longhorns fall to the Kentucky Wildcats. Kentucky wins it 85-80. The Longhorns fall to 11-8. They're 2-4 in SEC play. Kentucky 13-6. They're 4-2 in conference play.
Good
Good morning, Austin, K-Town, Pflugerville, H-Town, Pearland, Mo City, El Paso, San Antonio, and Silsbee, Texas. Or wherever you may be listening, this is a Thirsty Thursday edition of the Morning Kickoff right here on Sports Radio AM 1300. The Zone. Texas basketball must figure out some things and how to close out basketball games. The owner of the Bills said, what? The NCAA must do something. And I never thought I would say that. Texas head baseball coach Jim Schlossnagle will be joining us at 7:34. Eric Henry of Horns 247 will join us at 8 a.m. And lifetime Longhorn Cat Osterman joins us at 8:17. So we have a loaded show for you today, folks. I am your host, Mike Hardball Hardge. My co-host is a WWE Hall of Famer and recognized as the world's strongest man. He is the Mark Henry.
Good morning, Austin.
And of course, we've got our guy Marcus behind the boards. And if you want to be a part of the show, all you got to do is text the word Texas, followed by your message to 81530. Standard data and message rates may apply. That's the word Texas, followed by your message to 81530. Standard data and message rates may apply. Also, we got to get you over to that iHeartRadio app. Tap that red microphone and leave us the talkback feature on the new and improved and always free iHeartRadio app, because we're going to give you a chance to win a pair of tickets to see Bert Kreischer. That's right, folks. He'll be here on tomorrow. Tomorrow is the day, but you got two chances to win a pair of tickets to go see him tomorrow night at ACL Live. That's right, folks. It's going to be an exciting time. He's a funny guy from what everybody's been telling me. I might need to check out one of his specials, but make sure you're locked in all day. As I said, we got a special show today. We've got Texas baseball coach Jim Schlossnagle, and of course, we got Eric Henry of Horns 247 and Cat Osterman. But let's get into it. Texas basketball yesterday came up short. They went to Lexington, Kentucky. Another great game by Dalen Swain goes for naught. He went on, had a career high 34 against Mississippi State. Then he comes back and has another great game high 29 points against Kentucky, but Texas comes up short. As you heard the final call by our guy, Craig Way, Texas comes up short in this matchup, 85-80. And Mark, they went to halftime again, tied. And when they came out in the second half, they could not score. Jordan Pope had a not so great day from the field for him. As a team, Texas shot 11% from three-point land, and they kept jacking it up. But it was just one of those games where the effectiveness and the ability to close out games, Texas has not been able to do that.
You know, sometimes you're gonna lose some. You're gonna win some, you're gonna lose some. The thing that was a problem for me was the effort or lack thereof effort. They showed some heart yesterday. They went out there and they played hard. The shots didn't fall. That's at the end of it. The shots didn't fall, and they made a couple of critical mistakes. You know, you can't foul jump shooters. You know, like that's a no. We all know that. That's got to be cleaned up. And defensively, guys just have to do a better job. If you get beat, hopefully your teammate can help you. If not, don't foul them. Stop fouling people. Force them to make a shot. It's 50-50 after you get beat. And then also to get back. It's just, you know, like little fundamental things that I feel like they can weed this out, Hardge. It's not too late. I don't want the Longhorn fans to give up on these guys.
Well, I don't think the fans are going to give up on them, but I know that one of the things that Coach Sean Miller talked about was they shot, and when I say they, I'm talking about Kentucky, shot 35 free throws. 35 5 free throws.
You got to stop fouling.
And Coach Sean Miller talked about that after the game.
What our team, and this is a Texas problem, has is we have a virus called fouling. And it has plagued us from the opening tip of the first game until tonight. It's not the officials. It's not Kentucky. We will foul the living shit out of you. We'll foul a three-point shooter. We'll foul at the end of the clock. We'll leave our feet on drives. We'll reach. You describe the foul, and the team that I'm coaching will commit it. Tonight, we lost. Kentucky was 30 for 35 from the line. It's hard to win an SEC road game when the home team is 30 for 35 from the line. I'm not messing around like the officiating. Officiating was fine. It was called the right way. We fouled. 2 of the last fouls in the last minute and a half, 2 minutes, 1 at half court, and 1 like under 5 seconds where you just stay down, and if he makes the shot, he makes it. We have to be able to play defense without fouling.
Wow, that sounds familiar.
Sound like the same thing he's been saying the whole season. Just like he said at the beginning of the year to right now, they will foul.
What is the deal with the reaching and grabbing or reaching and pushing people off after you get beat? You already know that you're going to get beat. Michael Jordan got beat.
Yeah.
I mean, like, don't foul him.
Two of the biggest fouls that I thought were crucial and changed the momentum of the game was the Wilshire flagrant foul where the guy was going up for the layup and he grabbed him, and they get the 2 free throws and they get the ball back. And I thought the one on Matas Vokatitis late, where the one that coach was describing just now, where the guard got into the paint, clock was running down. Matas is 7 feet. 7 feet. He jumps in the air, and the guy jumps into him. It's a foul. If Matas stays on the ground, as
Put
he
your
was
hands
saying,
up.
You're 7 feet. They can't get the ball over you. Just stay solid. And they get the free throws, and they kind of close out the game right there. Aberdeen goes to the free throw line and
that half court foul. They did it a couple of times in transition. Guys go off a screen and they fight over the top, but fighting over the top, they grab or they reach for the hand. They're not even going. The ball is like a foot out in front of them.
Yep.
It's like, what are you doing? That's what kind of foul it looked like. There's a foul, and then there's what was that? And Texas has, they give about 10 what is that fouls every game. 10 at least, minimum. He said it's a virus?
It is a virus.
Like, how do you fix it? What's the cure?
Stop fouling. I mean,
that's easy to say.
But I mean, what else do you want them to do?
I don't know what I'm asking you.
No, but
Coach.
I'm saying, like, all you got to do is stay fundamentally sound on defense. Just don't reach, box out, fight for rebounds.
It's just discipline.
Yeah, you got to take it upon yourself to not be part of the nonsense, which is the foul. They shot 35 free throws last night and made 30 of them, and you lose by 5. You lose that game by 5. There was 11 ties and 11 lead changes in that ball game last night.
It was an awesome game.
And number one, you couldn't pull away from them because you had those opportunities. You come back, you battle back, you tie the game up, and then you commit those types of fouls. And again, your shooter, Jordan Pope, didn't have a great game. He was 0 of 6 from 3. That's what happens when you're playing against long players as well. And then you look at Cam Heide. Cam Heide was sick, so he couldn't give you much during that game. Wilshire, as I said, first start of the year, but he goes and makes a silly foul because he had turned the ball over. So you get a flagrant on that. It's just moments in the game. But Dalen Swain was out there balling. He was the only reason why Texas was in the game.
Yeah, he was balling.
I mean, it's unbelievable how Texas finds ways to win. Shout out to Kendall Weaver, though. My man was all over the place.
He was hustling, man. Good defense, too.
Hustling. We're just getting started on this Throwback Thirsty Thursday edition of the Morning Kickoff. Coming up next, we're going to continue the conversation. We got NFL playoffs this Sunday. Moves are being made and conversations are being had, and we'll have them right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on the iHeartRadio app.
Bonus bucks. Once you win $1,000 in bonus bucks, you'll have more money to use on your fantasy leagues. Bonus bucks. The winning happens every weekday, right here on 1300 The Zone.
From the Odoo.com Traffic Center. Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
Still working that accident right now. 71 westbound in Norwood Lane. Stop and go traffic now back from FM 304. Have an accident reported 35 southbound at 290. Also a stall blocking the center lane. This is going to be 71 eastbound at Spanish Oaks Club Road. And then finally, Wells Branch Parkway at FM 1825. I'm Alan Craig with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Progressive Commercial Insurance can protect your small business with over 30 coverage options, an easy-to-use mobile app, personalized discounts, and more. Get a quote in as little as 8 minutes at progressivecommercial.com. Discounts and coverage selections not available in all states or situations.
Hey Texans, ready to kick off the new year with something fresh? My Plates has a stunning range of premium embossed license plates. Check out the sleek carbon fiber embossed look or the nostalgic black and white embossed plates reminiscent of the iconic Texas plates from the 1960s. These new embossed designs come in other colors too, from black and gold to black and yellow and Lone Star Badge black. Customize your ride with up to 7 letters and feel the embossed difference. Visit myplates.com to order yours today.
This is Dr. Jesse Mills, host of the Mailroom Podcast. Each January, men promise to get stronger, work harder, and fix what's broken. But what if the real work isn't physical at all? I sat down with psychologist Dr. Steve Poulter to unpack shame, anxiety, and the emotional pain men were never taught how to name.
Part of the way through the valley of despair is realizing this has happened, and you have to make a choice whether you're going to stay in it or move forward.
Our 2-part conversation is available today. Open your free iHeartRadio app, search the Mailroom, and start listening now.
Every Olympic dream starts with a first glide. Through Learn to Skate USA, kids build confidence, strength, and joy on the ice. Learn to Skate USA offers programs for skaters of all ages and abilities. Find a program near you at learntosskateusa.com.
This is the story of the one. As an HVAC technician, he and his digital multimeter are in high demand. So when a noisy office HVAC turns out to be a failing blower motor, he doesn't break a sweat. With Grainger's easy-to-use website and product information, he selects the product he needs to keep everything humming right along. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Here in Texas, we know that trust is earned and reputation matters. Since 1993, Thomas J. Henry dedicated himself to building a firm that injured clients can trust and that Texans can respect. A firm where no defendant is too big and no case is too small. Backed by a track record of success and a commitment to our clients, Thomas J. Henry remains the name you can depend on if you have been injured. Trust the firm that stands for you. Trust Thomas J. Henry. San Antonio, Austin, Texas.
Searching online for a car? When you call that dealership, your first question should be, are there any extra costs to the price on your website? At Henna Chevrolet, our answer will always be no. Their answer, you don't want to know. Shop surprise fee free with Henna, where the price you see is the price you get. Absolutely no addendums ever. You deserve honesty, and that's what we run on. Together, let's drive at henna.com.
Football playoff action continues to heat up
And BetOnline gives you more ways to play. The latest odds, breaking news, live scores, and in-game action so you never miss a moment of the road to the big game. When the game is over, check out BetOnline Casino with hundreds of the hottest slots, classic table games, and massive jackpots waiting to be hit. Plus, don't forget their VIP program with exclusive level-up bonuses, weekly cash boosts, and rewards designed for serious players. Head to BetOnline today because at BetOnline, the game starts here.
Tweens have mastered the art of tuning out. Jen, there's a spider in the car. We're turning your room into a home gym. See? Nothing. But some messages need to get through, like making sure they're buckled up the whole ride, every time. Do whatever it takes to make your child listen. Jen, I friended your boyfriend.
Wait, what?
Buckle up, sweetie.
Never give up until they buckle up. Learn more at safercar.gov/kidsbuckleup. A message from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Texas women's basketball plays here.
Welcome back to the morning kickoff right here on Sports Radio AM 1300 Zone. Coming up in the next segment, we start our weekly conversation with Texas baseball coach Jim Schlossnagle as the Texas baseball team gets ready to start the baseball season, starting with the alumni game next weekend, January the 30th or 31st, excuse me. And then, of course, the regular season is right around the corner. Also, make sure you're locked in at 8:17. 1 hour from now, we'll have lifetime Longhorn and Longhorn legend Kat Osterman joining us to talk about her new venture and, of course, being back in the Austin area. Eric Henry, who you would normally hear at 7:30, moved to 8 a.m. We will flip them next week. Coach Schloss will be back at 8, and Eric will be back at 7:34. But this weekend, we have NFL football. And I'm excited about this because the winners of this weekend go to the Super Bowl. And as much as we think about the coaching searches and all that other stuff, we still have games that need to be played. And right now, I'm looking forward to this weekend because we have a matchup between the Patriots, who we thought we weren't going to see them no more. We didn't think the Patriots was ready to get back to this point against the Denver Broncos.
It wasn't that we didn't think that we would see him. It's we didn't want to see him.
Yeah, that's what a lot of people are saying.
I don't want to. I know too many Patriot fans. When the Patriots are good, they loud, man.
Our former producer was a huge Patriots fan. And, not was, he still is the big Patriots fan. But the Patriots will travel to Denver, which is dealing with a injury to their starting quarterback, Bo Nix. And now you have Jarrett Stidham. The guy played at Baylor. He went to Auburn. He's a Stephenville, Texas young man. So you know he can quarterback. He was one of the top quarterbacks coming out of high school. He's made his way around the league and done an unbelievable job. Sam Ehlinger will be the backup to him. So, you got that Texas Longhorn connection, and you have a bunch of Texas players that are still in the playoffs. We'll talk about that a little bit more tomorrow. But as you look at this just on the surface, the weather's going to be 22 degrees out there. This game will kick off at 2 o'clock on CBS. So you got Tony Romo and Jim Nantz breaking it down for you. Drake May looks unbelievable as the starting quarterback. Yes, there were some rough patches with not being able to hold on to the football, but his defense played well. So now they are getting there. And the New England Patriots are a 5.5-point favorite. And I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that Bo Nix is not playing.
Oh, man, I don't know who's going to win. This is a toss-up. It's going to come down to who makes the least amount of mistakes and who plays with the most discipline. We just talked about that regarding the University of Texas basketball team. That's one of the main reasons why the national championship in college football is the national champion. Discipline. Like attention to detail, not making mistakes that are unwarranted. Now we got to see that this weekend. And I want to know who, in your opinion, Hardge, who's in the worst situation at quarterback? The Patriots or the Broncos?
Well, it's definitely the Broncos because they don't have their starting quarterback, even though Jarrett Stidham is a damn good quarterback. And there's a reason why Sean Payton has had this guy for quite some time. He's been in their organization. Mike Vrabel at one point wanted to get Jarrett Stidham to be their backup quarterback. And Jarrett was like, no, I'm going to stay here. And Drake May obviously has elevated his game. But I think if you're asking me who's in a worse spot, it's just going to be the Broncos because they don't have their starting quarterback. Both of these defensive play at elite level. We talked about what the Patriots did to C.J. Stroud last week. And we also saw what the Broncos defense was able to do against the Buffalo Bills and Jared Allen. Even though they went to overtime, it still was one of those games that you continue to look at and you're like, wow, these are two teams that either one of them could have gone to this round and went to the Super Bowl. But now you're looking at the home field advantage for Denver being at home, Patriots being able to go there. Both teams can play in the cold. They both have to deal with that. So that's not going to be a true issue as you look at them. But, man, these are two teams that are I'm not going to say peaking at the right time, but these are two teams that understand what the assignment is, and they go out there and play at an elite level.
I think that Sean Payton salivates for moments like this. And as much as, we both have an issue with Sean Payton and his antics and his authoritative demeanor toward his own players, which I just hate that. But anyway, that's another story. I think that he wants to prove I can coach our team to being like the Eagles did when
Nick Foles
came in and won a championship.
That's great stuff, though. I mean, that's what you want to see. That's how you want to believe in it. That's how you want to look at it. But in other ways, you also, for me anyway, if I didn't have as many Bronco friends as I do, I would pray for their downfall because I don't like Sean Payton. And my boy keeps texting me, in Payton we trust. In Payton we trust. And shout out to our boy
Big Kenny.
Shout out to our guy Kenny, who always is looking at the bright side of what's going on. He said, hey, man, I love me some Jarrett Stidham. He's going to be just fine.
He's going to be just fine. Hey, Jarrett Stidham, his best friend now.
Yeah. In the other matchup that will take place right after that, the kickoff will be at 5:30. It'll be on Fox. We'll have Troy Aikman and Joe Buck bringing it to you. So it'll be a big time commentating, and Troy will be breaking down both of these quarterbacks. You look at what Matthew Stafford has done this year, 46 touchdowns Matthew Stafford has. 46 touchdowns. But you also look on the other side and you see what Sam Darnold was able to do. These are two teams that are from the NFC West. They know each other. They went they went 1-1 against each other this past season in both of these games. Listen to this. This is some of that nerd stuff.
Come on now.
The Patriots, defensive-minded head coach. The Broncos, offensive-minded head coach. The Rams, offensive-minded head coach. The Seahawks, defensive-minded head coach. Both teams, both games, both coaches' names are Sean and Mike. Both teams.
That's crazy.
Both games. But in the Rams and Seahawks games, and we talked about them going head-to-head, they're each 1-1. Between the two games, the Rams have scored 58 points and had 830 yards total offense. The Seahawks have had 57 points and 829 yards of total offense.
Is it not crazy?
It is the most matchup that you could ever have. This is the tight as it could ever be in this type of game.
Yeah, you get 1 yard difference, and it's like looking in the mirror.
The Seahawks are 2.5 point favorite, by the way. Those brought to you by DraftKings. Make sure you the crown is yours. Gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. But listen to this. Prices for those games. The tickets are as low for the Patriots and the Broncos. Tickets as low as $445 for the Patriots game.
Up a deck?
As low as $445. In the Seattle game, in the Rams, tickets are as low as $702.
Come on, man.
Hey, and it's going to be cold outside. It's going to be 44 degrees in Seattle. So make sure y'all bundle up this weekend. We're going to be dealing with some inclement weather anyway.
What's the temperature in
22.
Foxborough?
And where?
In Foxborough.
22. No, they're in Denver.
Oh yeah, that's right. They're in Denver. My
yeah,
bad.
it's 22.
Okay. So you up in the mountains.
Yeah, but if they got those fans that Houston had, I ain't worried about nobody.
Well, Houston didn't know how to use them properly because now they
hey man, they should have been standing closer to them fans. They look a little chilly out there.
Yeah. So we'll see how this plays out. We'll have more of that. We'll hear from the participants tomorrow as we have a Feel Good Football Friday for you tomorrow. But coming up next, we have the baseball coach of the Texas Longhorns, Jim Schlossnagle, as he previews the season. Right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio, AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on the iHeartRadio app.
From the Odoo.com Traffic Center, Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
Stop and go traffic right now, 35 northbound between 45 Toll Road and William Cannon Drive, about a 19-minute delay. Texas 71 westbound approaching Bee Caves Road, that's about a 19-minute delay there due to an accident. Good news, though, the accident did clear out 71 westbound at Norwood Lane. Stop and go traffic now back from FM 304. I'm Alan Craig with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Abacus Plumbing, Air Conditioning, and Electrical.
Need an AC company you can count on? Call Abacus. From tune-ups to repairs and the latest indoor air quality solutions, Abacus can do it all. Now get 0% financing for 60 months on select Linux systems. If you want the best, call Abacus. You can count on us.
At Uline, they know going the extra mile takes hard work. For companies pushing to go further, Uline will go the distance with you. 24/7, they answer the phone to get you the shipping and industrial supplies you need. Business can move fast. Unexpected large orders, adverse weather, new safety guidelines, and changing economic trends. Uline works hard keeping 41,000 items ready to ship, minimizing detours on your way to the extra mile. Visit uline.com.
My perfect day has sand, salt, water, and friends. But my moderate to severe plaque psoriasis can take me out of the moment. Now I'm all in with clearer skin thanks to Skyrizi. Risankizumab Riza, a prescription-only 150 milligram injection for adults who are candidates for systemic or phototherapy. With Skyrizi, most people saw 90% clearer skin, and many were even 100% plaque-free at 4 months. Skyrizi is just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines.
Thanks to Skyrizi, there's nothing on my skin, and that means everything. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi, the #1 dermatologist-prescribed biologic in psoriasis. Visit Skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKYRIZI to learn more.
I can't believe how spotless my floors look after using the Swiffer Power Mop. No more dragging around a heavy mop and messy bucket. Now I get the same deep clean without all the work. Thanks to the powerful solution and scrubbing pad of the Swiffer Power Mop, dirt and grime don't stand a chance, and I don't break a sweat. Mic drop. Mop drop.
Swiffer Power Mop. Swiffer Power Mop.
A smarter way to mop. Try it or your money back.
Progressive knows life takes you in many directions.
Bear right at exit 32, then begin to wonder why you never bought a fish tank.
In 1.3 miles, you'll realize you've been mispronouncing epitome your whole life. At the roundabout, you will remember you said something at dinner you wish you hadn't and will think about it for decades. You have arrived at your destination, but it turns out there really is no destination and life just keeps going.
Wherever life takes you, protect your home and auto with a bundle from Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
The Spurs back on the court tonight. Visit the Jazz. Spurs currently second in the Western Conference at 30-14. Cowboys tight end Jake Ferguson added to the NFC Pro Bowl roster as an alternate, replacing Niners George Kittle, who was injured in the playoffs. Baseball news. The Mets acquired all-star pitcher Freddie Peralta and right-hander Tobias Myers from the Brewers for a pair of prospects. I'm Ronta Moss.
This is former Notre Dame quarterback Brady Quinn. Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by Allstate.
Wish you could save on home insurance? With Allstate, you could easily save and get quality protection. Yep, it's a win-win. So what are you waiting for? Check Allstate first for a quote today. You're in good hands with Allstate.
The free iHeartRadio app has over 100 commercial-free stations waiting for you to explore right now, like Alt 2K. A commercial-free look back to alternative from the 2000s.
It just takes some time, little girl in the middle of the ride.
With Foo Fighters, Weezer, Linkin Park, Green Day, the Red Hot Chili Peppers, and more.
Someone like you.
Just open the free iHeartRadio app, search Alt 2K, and listen now.
iHeartRadio.
Many of our U.S. veterans and service members face challenges. At the Bob Woodward Foundation, we invest in solutions to help support them in the next chapter of their lives. Learn more about our work at bobwoodwardfoundation.org/success.
The Craig Way Show, weekdays at 2.
Welcome back to the morning Kickoff right here on Sports Radio and 1300 The Zone. Coming up at 8 o'clock, we'll have our guy Eric Henry of 247 as he breaks it all down, what he saw last night in basketball, and of course what he has continued to see on the recruiting trail and what's expected for Texas football. But he also covers Texas baseball. The Texas baseball team is getting ready to embark on Coach Schlossberger's second season at the University of Texas as the conference champion. And one of the things that I've always liked about Coach Schloss is the ability to connect with his players. If you look at his career and what he's been able to achieve, you see some very special things from him and his squad. He's been around the game for a long time, and he told us coming into last season that he doesn't know how good they're going to be, but he definitely knows that this team is going to compete. He's in his 23rd year of head coaching. He's done an unbelievable job leading a bunch of different squads. He led TCU. He's also led Texas A&M, and now he leads this Texas Longhorn baseball team at an elite level. So you start to look at how things are breaking down, and he should be joining us in just a minute. So I'll break it down for you until that point. He goes out and recruits well at a very high level. Him and his staff, Noah Kane, they continue to go and get the best of the best and bringing them to the University of Texas. You look at the pitching staff, Max Weiner, he is the guru with the pitching staff. And, of course, we've got potential Hall of Famer Troy Tulowitzki as an assistant coach, helping the infielders and understanding the approach as well.
He's got some really good tools in which to recruit, too.
Yeah.
One, his ability, the fact that he's tried, true, and proven.
Yep.
Secondly, it's the University of Texas. You're going to have the best facilities. You can have access to the local community and businesses.
Yep.
Thirdly, Hardge, I think his underrated point, Austin is a city where you can't get bored. You can have activities with your team for bonding.
Yep.
And if you can create an environment around you that's fun, that's doesn't get stagnant and stale,
yep,
then you can keep your team focused on winning the championship. Like, so, you know, you mess with me about when I say fourthly, because you say fourthly is not really a word.
Like,
fourthly really is a word.
I'm like, what is fourthly? Well, joining us now is the head baseball coach of the University of Texas. He is our guy, Jim Schlossnagle. Coach, it's a fun time of year for you because this is what you've been waiting on. You've been waiting for baseball season to get back. You've been watching all the football and basketball and doing all the different things, but now it's your time to shine. How excited are you about this upcoming baseball season?
Yeah, good morning, guys. Super fired up. Trying not to let the upcoming weather get me down, but no, we're excited. It's been a long time since being out, in Dish Falk in front of the fans, and guys been working their tails off, and we still have work to do in the 3 weeks leading up to the season. But yeah, we're super fired up to get going.
So I wanted to ask you this, because obviously you come into the season and preseason poll D1 has you at number 3. Perfect Game and Baseball America has you at number 8. I saw another one where they had you at number 9. But my question to you, how much do you buy into preseason polls? Because everybody has their thoughts on it. It's great when your name's in there, but it's also like, we haven't done anything yet.
Yeah, I know this. My Starbucks cost the same this morning. That hasn't changed. So no, it's, I think that's great. Those things are all awesome to build excitement for the season. And as my man Gary Patterson used to always say, you're either proving people right or you're trying to prove them wrong. So, we in our program, we talk about it's never about the best team. It's only about the team that plays the best. So, yeah, are we good enough to meet those expectations and end up in Omaha? For sure. But we're not good enough to throw our gloves on the field. Nobody is, and just think we're going to win ball games because of something like that. So yeah, we don't. I mean, when you're at a place like Texas, you expect to be in those rankings year in and year out. But we all know they're meaningless because you have everything gets decided on the field of play. That's why you have to play the games.
Welcome to the morning kickoff again, Coach. We missed you. Couple of questions. First one, Hardge and I were talking about the recruiting and the scouting of players and what Austin does and being in Austin. What is one of the team building things that y'all do to get everybody on the same page?
Yeah, I mean, I think you're talking about culture basically, and
Yes,
we're
sir.
super intentional. Culture isn't built in a meeting. It's not built in a one-day team building event or a weekend. It's built every day, and you have to just define who you are, what you stand for. As the old country song says, you got to stand for something or you'll fall for anything, and then you live up to that standard on a daily basis, or do your best to, at least. And we know that if we have a great culture and we try to live up to that standard and play to a standard and not a scoreboard every day, that'll give us the best chance. It doesn't guarantee us anything, but we're super intentional, Mark, about connecting our team together, spending time, getting to know each other. And there's a wide variety of things we do. Exercises as a team. We read a book over the holidays as a team, Zoom calls weekly when we're not together. So we just try to stay super connected so that that translates to hopefully success on the field.
Well, on the field side of things, last year you talked about left-hand pitching. Were you able to get what you wanted and cultivate what you already had?
Well, yeah, I mean, for sure. And when you consider we're returning maybe the best lefty in the country and Dylan Valanis, and certainly one of the best lefties in the SEC in Luke Harrison, just having those guys back are huge. And then we added Cal Higgins, a transfer from Western Kentucky that we think has a chance to be really good. Cade Bing had some great moments for us last year. He's bigger and stronger. And then we have a freshman lefty named Jack McKernan who we can keep him healthy. He's doing fine right now. He's special. He's got a chance to be a real weapon for us, whether, probably out of the bullpen this year, but as he progresses, he was a very good starting pitcher in high school and on the travel circuit. So we feel good about those guys. We had a guy signed from Mississippi State, Dotson, that we felt great about, but he actually ended up getting drafted and he was already on campus. That really stunk. But that's life in college baseball. You never know till you get past that signing deadline. So, but we feel good about it. And Ethan Walker, oh my goodness.
Yes,
Ethan had a great back half of the season for us last year, and really an unsung hero, very unique pitcher that throws a lot of strikes.
Doc Holliday, that's what I call him. I like him with that mustache. We're talking to Texas baseball coach Jim Schlossnagle as they get ready to start the season. And coach, obviously you made some moves in the transfer portal. Carson Tenney at catcher. You also brought in Aiden Robbins from Seton Hall. He looks like a stud. I got a chance to watch him do some damage against Texas Tech over at the Dell Diamond. Brought in Josh Livingston. You also brought in a third baseman, shortstop, but it looks like he may be playing third base for you. Timo, how you say Becerra, right?
I would say Becerra.
Becerra. Okay. And then the other question I have for you about this squad is Adrian Rodriguez. How's his health, and Ethan Mendoza?
Yeah, well, those transfers, we're certainly going to count on those guys to make impacts, and they're going to do that in their own way. Ethan's, knock on wood, Ethan's looking really good. He's put on some good weight. He's gotten significantly stronger, impacting the baseball. He's always been a guy that's got a good contact rate, puts the ball in play, gritty, super competitive baseball player, but he's hitting the ball a lot harder. So I don't want to put anything on him, but I expect him to have a great season. Adrian, he had that hand issue last year that he ended up playing through, and what he did for us, Mike, as he was a switch hitter his whole life, and then he had to figure out what it feels like to have a breaking ball coming at your face for the very first time in his life. He had to do that in the SEC. He could only hit left-handed. So he had a little surgery in the fall. He's on his way back from that. I think we'll be fine. He may or may not be ready for the very start of the season, but he's progressing nicely. He's doing great in his defense and just kind of building up in his hitting, so we can kind of get that behind us. Those, as you know, there are injuries that can linger, and we would rather not have him fight through something if we don't absolutely have to. So we're trying to slow play a little bit, but I think he'll be fine.
Awesome. I know that you're busy today. I know that there's a lot going on. We're going to have our regular conversation on 8:00 on Thursdays. But before we let you go, you got a couple of events that are going to be happening. Obviously, the alumni game will take place on Saturday, but you have an event on Friday that a lot of people need to come out and support this program.
Yeah, so we have next, Friday night, was it the 30th, I believe?
Yes.
A week from tomorrow. We have our second annual women's clinic, so not everybody can come.
Remember, Mark tried to come last year and crashed the party.
Yeah. I don't know if he's looking for a date or what. But
no, I wasn't looking for a date. I was looking to get out of the house so I wouldn't have honeydews.
I hear you. Yeah, no, it's a great time. Went off great last year. We had about 250 ladies last year. Do a little fashion show, have some great supporters that set up some booths where they can do some shopping leading up to the season. It's mostly Texas baseball, whether it be clothing, attire, jewelry, all kinds of stuff. Our players do a fashion show, some good food. Chris Harrison, my good buddy, formerly of The Bachelor, and lives here in town. Son actually goes to TCU, and so he's going to MC it for us. And so it's going to be a great night. It's a lot of fun. And then, of course, the next day we have the alumni game. So hopefully this weather will get out of here and allow us to have a pretty day.
Well, as always, we enjoy speaking with you, and we look forward to the season. We're excited about it because I've seen a lot of the new guys that you've brought in, obviously the returning players, and there's a lot to be excited about when it comes to Texas baseball. So we'll continue these conversations as we get closer to the season. And actually next Thursday, 8 o'clock, we'll have Texas baseball coach Jim Schlossnagle joining us for our weekly conversation. As always, Coach, we appreciate you, my man.
You got it. You guys have a great day. Stay warm this weekend. Hook 'em.
There he is, Coach Schlossnagle, doing his thing, getting ready for the baseball season. Coming up next, we're going to close out hour number 1, and we're going to give you a chance to win a pair of tickets. That's right. Lock in, people. Right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio, AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on that iHeartRadio app.
In their inaugural season in the SEC, the Texas Longhorns made history.
For the first time in 22 years, the Texas women are headed for the Final Four.
Now, they're back to finish what they started.
To the hoop, and she scores! And she scores!
Harmon will hoist it from half court and makes it. Listen to Texas women's basketball all season long on 1300 The Zone, your home for the Horns.
From the Odoo.com Traffic Center, Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
Good morning. We do have an accident reported. 71 westbound at Richards Drive. Stop and go traffic now back from 304. Good news, that accident did clear up, though. 71 westbound approaching B Caves Road, which is good news there. Also, stop and go traffic, though. 35 northbound between 45 Toll Road and William Cannon Drive. It's about a 21-minute delay there. I'm Alan Craig with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by AirTasker. AirTasker helps you get things done.
Fix the gate before the peacocks break in. And the hot water heater? Yeah, that too.
Go to airtasker.com or download the app. Taskers will handle it all. AirTasker. Get anything done.
Hardge here, and the new year is officially rolling in at Cover Ford Hutto. And if 2026 is about leveling up your life, it's definitely time to level up your ride. Right now, kick off the year strong with $11,000 off of MSRP on a new 2025 Ford F-150 XLT. Or take adventure into the new year with $9,000 off of MSRP on a new 2025 Ford Bronco Sport Badlands. See dealer for details. New year, new drive, serious savings. Happy New Year from Covert Ford Hutto, right off of 79 in Hutto, coverfordhutto.com.
Football playoff action continues to heat up, and BetOnline gives you more ways to play. The latest odds, breaking news, live scores, and in-game action, so you never miss a moment of the road to the big game. When the game is over, check out BetOnline Casino with hundreds of the hottest slots, classic table games, and massive jackpots waiting to be hit. Plus, don't forget their VIP program with exclusive level-up bonuses, weekly cash boosts, and rewards designed for serious players. Head to BetOnline today, because at BetOnline, the game starts here.
This is the story of the one. As the purchasing manager at a manufacturing plant, she knows the only thing more important than having the right safety gear is having it there when you need it. That's why she partners with Grainger for auto reordering, so her team members can count on her to have cut-resistant gloves on hand, and each shift can run safely and efficiently. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Build your team, build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You need someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now you can meet them fast on ZipRecruiter.
Need to hire right away. Start your search for strong candidates. The right fit awaits. All your roles, fill them sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free, and you're on your way to meeting your match. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. So try it now. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
From the Audio Visual Consultation Studios. Sports Radio 1300 The Zone. KBET AM Austin. Your home for the Horns. And the #1 preset in your car and on the free iHeartRadio app.
Records, milestones, firsts, lasts, and everything in between. What happened today in sports history on iHeartRadio?
What's happening, fellow sports fans? It's Andy West. Let's look back on this day in sports history, January 22nd. We'll start off today in 1973. After 17 seasons with the Baltimore Colts, Johnny Unitas is traded to the San Diego Chargers for the draft rights to quarterback Burt Jones. Unitas had thrown for more yardage and more touchdowns than any player in history, but he was getting up there in age and had been benched the previous season for a younger player. He started the first 4 games of the year, went 1-3, and then was benched in favor of rookie quarterback Dan Fouts. Jumping ahead today in 1999, another iconic player was traded. The Chicago Bulls trade Scottie Pippen to the Houston Rockets for Roy Rogers and a second-round pick. Pippen only lasted 1 season in Houston. And today in 2006, Kobe Bryant erupts for 81 points, second all-time only behind Wilt Chamberlain, who scored 100 himself in 1962.
Now you know. Today in sports history on iHeartRadio.
Sports Radio 1300 The Zone. The Longhorns live here.
Great. Texas baseball coach Jim Schlossnagle. He will be joining us every Thursday at 8 a.m. We had to adjust the time because he has some stuff going on. But right now, I want to give you an opportunity to win a pair of tickets to go see Bert Kreischer at the ACL Live. All you got to do is tomorrow. All you got to do is leave the keyword of the day on the AM 1300 The Zone iHeartRadio app. Go to AM 1300 The Zone. Tap that red microphone and leave the keyword machine. Machine is the keyword to win a pair of tickets to go see Bert Kreischer at the ACL Live Theater so you can check him out. We'll be giving away them one more time tomorrow. But the keyword today is machine. College basketball has to do better. And I told you earlier, the NCAA and what's going on with the NCAA, they have to do better. A ruling came out yesterday. Now, this is crazy to me. A judge in Tuscaloosa County granted former Alabama star Bianca to return to college. Now, let me break this down for you. He entered the NBA draft. He signed a contract to play in the G League. He was playing in the G League for the Motor City Cruise, which is of the Pistons. But he is now allowed to go back to college because a judge said, yeah, he can do that. And I'm like, wait, what? How can you sign a contract, go play in the G League,
get money,
get paid, but yet I decided,
I'm going back to college.
I want to go back to school, man. This ain't Rodney Dangerfield.
I was just about to say, who do you think he is? Rodney Dangerfield?
This is not Rodney Dangerfield. And now this is one of those things that I continue to get upset about. Mark, you have a son, fortunately, that is playing college athletics. I have a son that is trying to go and play college athletics. And he just so happens to be playing a sport that the NBA, the NCAA, these college coaches are bringing back to college after they have gone on in their lives. This rule is awful for college athletics, for high school students. This rule, if you leave college, you should not be able to come back to play unless you're going to play a totally different sport. You can go and play football. You got eligibility left.
Okay.
You can go and play baseball. There's been many people,
but not the sport that you play.
That you went and entered the NBA draft.
Right.
Come on, man. We got our guy Eric Henry of Horns 247 coming up right now, and I'm sure he's got something to say about that. Boy, He also has something to say about the game that we watch as Texas men's basketball come up short against Kentucky. Right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio, AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on that iHeartRadio app.
There's a new app where you can invest in your insight. Introducing DraftKings Predictions, now available in your state. Big on playoff football? Pick a topic. Make your prediction with a yes or no. Then see, will your smarts pay off? DraftKings Predictions is new, simple to use with playoff trading available in your state. Download now. New DraftKings Predictions customers get up to a $25 first trade bonus with promo code AM1300. Invest in your insight and make your prediction today with DraftKings Predictions. Don't just know it, predict it. With DraftKings Predictions, the crown is yours. New customers get up to a $25 first trade bonus with promo code AM1300. DraftKings Predictions is a CFTC registered introducing broker. Event contract trading involves substantial risk of loss. One per new customer. Opt-in required. Non-withdrawable predictions dollars expire in 1 year. Ends January 25th, 2026. Market availability varies. Eligibility restrictions apply. See terms at dkng.co/predictions promo.
Well, the holidays have come and gone once again, but if you've forgotten to get that special someone in your life a gift, well, Mint Mobile is extending their holiday offer of half off unlimited wireless. So here's the idea. You get it now. You call it an early present for next year. What do you have to lose?
Visit mintmobile.com/radio. Limited time 50% off regular price for new customers. Upfront payment required. $45 for 3 months, $90 for 6 months, or $180 for 12-month plan. Taxes and fees extra. Speeds may slow after 50 gigabytes per month when network is busy. See terms.
Millions of people move every year for all kinds of reasons. Could be a new job, growing family, or just the need to start fresh. Whatever it is, when that time comes, it helps to go with a company that you can trust. That's where Penske Truck Rental comes in. Their trucks are clean, newer, well-maintained, so you're starting your move with equipment that you can count on. Penske is also the only one that gives you free unlimited miles on one-way rentals. So if your plans shift or you take a detour, there's no extra cost for the extra miles. They won't even charge you for updating your reservation. Penske gets it. Life changes and your plans do as well. They've got you covered. Over 2,500 locations. Support around the clock. Real people who actually answer the phone. Great people to deal with. Penske helps you gain ground like no other company can. Go to PenskeTruckRental.com or download the Penske Truck Rental app and find what you need today.
Hi, I'm Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell, America's largest family law firm. During this time of year, difficult relationships sometimes become impossible. If you or someone you care about is facing a family law issue, let us set up a 1-hour Cordell Consult. The Cordell Consult is a meeting with a local attorney who will give you clear guidance about your options, whether it's a separation, a postnuptial agreement, divorce, or custody. CordellCordell.com.
Austin, San Antonio, and St. Louis.
These days, it's getting harder and harder to trust what you're seeing. Who made it? Is it real? But with iHeart, everything you hear is guaranteed human. That's why 78% of listeners trust their favorite radio hosts' product recommendations. And if you own or manage a business here or need to drive sales, that trust goes a long way in creating your future customers. Make iHeartMedia a part of your 2026 plan today. Visit iHeartAdvertising.com. Again, that's iHeartAdvertising.com.
Listening to your favorite podcast
And taking your favorite radio station with you to the gym or across the country?
That's one app.
The free iHeartRadio app.
Stop paying for apps you don't need.
Rediscover the app that's probably already on your phone. iHeartRadio.
The #1 app for radio.
From the Audio Visual Consultation Studios, Sports Radio 1300 The Zone, KVET AM Austin, your home for the Horns, and the #1 preset in your car and on the free iHeartRadio app.
The morning kickoff. The morning kickoff.
It's the morning kickoff with Mike Hardball Hardge and the world's strongest man, WWE Hall of Famer Mark Henry, on your home for the Horns, 1300 The Zone.
Welcome back to hour number 2 of the morning kickoff right here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone. And hour number 1, We talked about the NFL playoffs. We also heard from Texas baseball coach Jim Schlossnagle as he talked about the Texas baseball team. And we just had a conversation about the NCAA and letting G League, NBA signed contract players come back to college, which is utterly ridiculous. We had Coach Schlossnagle at 7:34, which the time is normally for our next guest, Eric Henry of Horns 247. You can follow him on social media at Eric C. Henry _. And E, before we get into the game from last night, I wanted to ask you, what are your thoughts on the nonsense of players that have played in the G League?
You're leading the witness.
Being to come back and play college athletics.
Mark, sound like a Lord son leading the witness. Good morning, fellas. Appreciate y'all having me on. I'm going to try not to take up the entire segment. I'll just say this, right? My frustration has been from the start of this through now with the NCAA, because now they have themselves in a situation with which they have no legs to enforce anything. Anything they try to enforce has no teeth. I will put it to you guys pretty simply, right? This did not just start since the advent of NIL and the transfer portal. Mark, Hardge, y'all are going to be well-versed with this case I'm going to throw out there. The O'Bannon twins from UCLA, right? The O'Bannon twins back in the 1990s sued for the right to profit off of their likeness, which was being used in NCAA video games. The NCAA fought this tooth and nail because they didn't want to give up what would have amounted to be maybe 50 grand, maybe 75 grand, and fought it in court for years, or not just in court, but fought the O'Bannon twins for years. What happened was, instead of drafting the framework to try to prevent something like this with NIL, right? Because let's remember, guys, the reason it's a benefit for G League guys who say, hey, I'm going to go play NCAA basketball again, isn't necessarily because they're trying to go be like the 28-year-old playing high school football. I mean, to an extent it is. But but it's because there's more money in being a six-man in Alabama than there is in the G League, right? There is more money in being a Tyler Atkinson, a true freshman linebacker at Texas, than there is the rookie minimum coming into the NFL, right? Yep. That's the reason why this is happening. So had the NCAA drafted the framework to try to compensate these players in a more streamlined, efficient fashion, as opposed to what they're doing now, you wouldn't have guys saying, hey, it makes more sense for me to get out of the G League where I'm just toiling to go back and try and play NCAA basketball where they're handing out $1.5 and $2 million NIL deals.
Yeah, it's so crazy to me, man. It's so crazy.
Hardge, Marcus, I truly believe that the NCAA is so tired and fed up that they are trying to ruin everything now. They're playing spoiler. You look at everything that they're doing now. They have no power over the championship. They're losing their grasp on the Final Four or the March Madness.
Well, that's the only thing that they own. That's the only thing where we actually see them.
They're about to lose it. It's one of the things that's in conversation.
Yeah.
Now it seems like everything dealing like this, the NCAA is allowing, because they want to say, well, let them. They wanted it. Let them do it. They'll fail. And it's not working.
No, it ain't failing. They're going to continue to make those things happen. E, let's talk about last night. We got a chance to watch that game. And, one thing is for sure. Sean Miller is going to tell you what's on his heart, what's on his mind.
He's an open book.
And he is going to keep it 100. And the fact that he brought up the fouling and the way that he did, it makes 100% sense, because since day one, Texas, one thing they can do, not finger roll, they can foul.
Well, Hardge, listen, it's been a consistent issue throughout the season, right? Texas entered last night 309th in the nation in fouls per game. They're now 323rd in the nation. For point of reference, there are only 366 Division I basketball teams, right? So that shows where they are in terms of fouls per game. They committed 23 fouls last night. That paved the way for UK to get 35 free throw attempts and 30 makes. Here's the thing, right? You talk about Sean telling it like it is. I think Sean is realizing, this is just my opinion, you can't push the effort button every game, right? It's like after A&M, Sean said, hey, I don't want to be that coach who comes there and critiques my team's effort when we lose. When we win, I don't say anything about it, right? So I thought, and to an extent, it's true. I think Sean went out of his way to say, hey, we came and played with a purpose, right? But what was our undoing is the fouling. The big issue, I think, for Texas fans is, how do you change it? This team it's just like last year. They're not going to morph into players they are not, right? I think the thing that's most troubling, Hardge and Mark, is this is not a freshman-laden team. This is a team that ranks 5th in the nation in terms of Division I experience. They are veterans, over 2.7 years of Division I experience. They're not going to suddenly be someone they're not, but you expect veterans to be able to play defense without fouling. And right now, you just don't have guys who are capable of do that outside of maybe a Dalen Swain or even a Tremont Mark to an extent. But outside of that, the rest of these guys' games, their strength is not defense.
Eric, as you see, we live in a society where, everybody gets a trophy and everybody's, don't be too hard on people. People are mentally unstable. Like in sports and war, I know you can't compare sports to war, but guys, it's similar, and it's team effort. Coach Miller is being, sometimes in some of these chats, people are like, why is he so blatantly, descriptive in where his team fails to everybody? Because it's holding people accountable, guys. Like, do you think that he's doing too much and staying the obvious? He's not lying.
Mark, when you made the war analogy, the Iraq War veteran who I cohabitate with definitely looked over here for a second, but I understand what you're saying. To your point, right? You're saying that, the mental toughness of this team, where is it, right? And is he doing too much? Is he doing too much? I don't think so. This is just what a first-year coach does, right, Mark? They come in and they want to establish how they want things to be done. Whether it doesn't matter what sport, what coach, there is a way that you need to set the tone. I think to the only kind of area that I say maybe you have to back off the pedal a bit, Mark, is this is still a team that can make an NCAA tournament, right? Mm-hmm. And you can't just beat them down to the point where I don't want to say they'll revolt. I'm not reporting that, right? But at a certain point, like I said, and even he said it, if you push hey, we didn't give enough effort every game when they lose, but then when they win, it's, you're not necessarily lauding your team's effort. I think you, even as a former athlete, Hardge as a former athlete, you're going to be like, all right, well, where's the consistency in that, right? It can't always be, well, we didn't do it when we lost, but if we win, then we don't want to praise the effort as well. So I think as long, to your point, there's validity in it, but I think as long as you're being consistent, and from everything we've heard, the players are still receiving the message. If there's consistency in the message, you'll be fine.
Yeah, that's the interesting point to me, is being able to understand what is being asked of you. When you let a team go shoot 35 free throws, there's no, how bad you've been playing. You know what I'm saying? And you can't look at the officials, because this is something that has been part of the DNA of Texas basketball for quite some time. So my question to you is, I was texting you the other day about Dalen Swain. These are two great games that he has played against Mississippi State and against Kentucky, where this team has kind of let him down with his performance. But he has been that shining light for this basketball team all season.
Listen, no doubt about it, right? And to, one of the things we're kind of talking about off air is if Dalen needs to be even more aggressive. And what I kind of said to you is, I think Dalen's aggressiveness or his aggression level is relative to his game, and that right now he's not a three-point shooter, right? It's not a consistent part of his game. I think he's making something like 26.8% of those shots. Quite frankly, if he were up around even 33, 34%, it would benefit the team, because of course you have to respect him as a threat from outside. But outside of that, he and Modest Vukatitis, I think those are the two guys that you have to start with. I understand Tremont Mark has played very well, more or less, over the past month of the season, right? But getting the ball to Modest Vukatitis early in the shot clock, in good positions on the block, right? Not in a position where he has to go make it work and kind of get himself in a position to score, but getting him in position. And with Dalen Swain, him as a slasher, as a penetrator, kind of knifing his way through the defense. Texas doesn't have an issue scoring, right? On most nights, they don't have an issue scoring. I think those are the two guys who are going to need to be able to do it. But I will present this just to your point about Dalen. I think if Jordan Pope is not consistent from three, and he has been over the past few games, if Cam Heide is not giving them kind of that stretch for, stretching the defense, it clogs up things in the inside for Dalen Swain to be aggressive, right? And I think that is kind of what you see on nights when maybe he only gets 6, 7, 8 shots off as opposed to the 18 last night.
Yeah, that was good for him, and it was good to see, because we were watching the game, and I was like, man, I needed him to take that three the other night. But the team as a whole didn't shoot the ball well from three. 11% from 3-point land.
Yeah, it was bad.
It was bad, especially when Jordan Pope doesn't get hot. Texas plays Georgia this weekend at the Moody Center. We don't know if the scheduling is going to change because of the inclement weather, but next week we'll have all that and so much more from our guy, Eric Henry of Horns 247. As always, E, we appreciate you taking the time, and make sure that Ted Cruz ain't on no flights nowhere.
Oh man, look! This Floridian don't know what to do, man. Are they gonna move the game up or something, man? Because I don't know what to do with this.
Well, hang in there, my brother. I appreciate you as always, Doc.
Appreciate y'all, fellas.
There he is, Eric Henry of Horns 247. Coming up next, we got lifetime Longhorn and legend Kat Osterman joining us and talk about her next venture. Well, it's the same venture she had last year, but now it's even better. Right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio, AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on the iHeartRadio app.
Coach Sark here. Stay connected to the Longhorns on the free iHeartRadio app.
Breaks the tackle, 30, turns down the sidelines. Say goodnight to this one. Touchdown, Texas.
Just search 1300 The Zone. Hook 'em.
Get ready for iHeartRadio Icons with John Mellencamp. John is heading out this summer on his Dancing Awards Tour, The Greatest Hits. And to celebrate, we'll take you to his Belmont Mall studio in Indiana, where he'll perform his iconic songs live. You'll also hear an exclusive iHeartRadio interview with John, where he'll share stories behind his music. Don't miss iHeartRadio Icons with John Mellencamp on the free iHeartRadio app's Big Classic Hits station. Tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern.
From the Odoo.com Traffic Center, Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
We have an accident reported on 35 southbound at US 290 causing no delay. Another accident reported Wells Branch Parkway at FM 1825. And good news, that accident did clear out at 71 westbound at Richards Drive. Slow traffic now back from FM 304. I'm Alan Craig with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Abacus Plumbing, Air Conditioning, and Electrical.
Need an AC company you can count on? Call Abacus. From tune-ups to repairs and the latest indoor air quality solutions, Abacus can do it all. Now get 0% financing for 60 months on select Linux systems. If you want the best, call Abacus. You can count on us.
From the opening tip to the final buzzer, Texas basketball delivers nonstop action. And through every bucket, every run, and every win, there's always a Bud Light. Light, crisp, and made for fans who ride with every moment of the basketball game. Grab a Bud Light and cheer on the Horns, because Bud Light is the official domestic beer of Texas basketball. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Please enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch, Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
This is the story of the one. As an HVAC technician, he and his digital multimeter are in high demand. So when a noisy office HVAC turns out to be a failing blower motor, he doesn't break a sweat. With Grainger's easy-to-use website and product information, he selects the product he needs to keep everything humming right along. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Every Olympic dream starts with the first glide. Through Learn to Skate USA, kids build confidence, strength, and joy on the ice. Learn to Skate USA offers programs for skaters of all ages and abilities. Find a program near you at learntosskateusa.com.
This is Dr. Jesse Mills, host of the Mailroom Podcast.
Each January, men promise to get stronger, work harder, and fix what's broken. But what if the real work isn't physical at all? I sat down with psychologist Dr. Steve Poulter to unpack shame, anxiety, and the emotional pain men were never taught how to name.
Part of the way through the valley of despair is realizing this has happened, and you have to make a choice whether you're going to stay in it or move forward.
Our two-part conversation is available today. Open your free iHeartRadio app, search the mailroom, and start listening now.
DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL, makes every playoff moment feel bigger. DraftKings has your back with early exit protection. If your player in your eligible NFL prop bet goes down at any point in the first half, you still get paid in cash. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Use code Patrick. So code Patrick to turn $5 into $300 in bonus bets if your bet wins. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY. Connecticut, call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino in Kansas, wager tax pass-through may apply in Illinois. 21 plus in most states, void in Ontario. Restrictions apply. Bet must win to receive bonus bets which expire in 7 days. Minimum odds required. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/audio. Limited time offer.
Football playoff action continues to heat up, and BetOnline gives you more ways to play. The latest odds, breaking news, live scores, and in-game action so you never miss a moment of the road to the big game. When the game is over, check out BetOnline Casino with hundreds of the hottest slots, classic table games, and massive jackpots waiting to be hit. Plus, don't forget their VIP program with exclusive level-up bonuses, weekly cash boosts, and rewards designed for serious players. Head to BetOnline today because at BetOnline, the game starts here.
It's a sale. Right now, every service needed for your vehicle is on sale at any of the 3 Leaf Johnson Ford locations, Austin, Manor, and Buda. And we're wide open. Tires, brakes, oil changes for only $39.99 with synthetic blend oil, tire rotations, and alignments. You name it. Any of the 3 Central Texas locations have it on sale. Can't come see us? We'll come see you with our mobile van on most services, or we'll come pick it up and bring it back. Go to leafjohnson.com and pick your location and time. You'll love it at Leaf, Austin, Buda, and Manor.
Hey, it's Coach Sark. Now back to the morning kickoff with Hardge and Henry on your radio home for the Longhorns, 1300 The Zone.
I wanted to share something. Kat and I met 16 years ago. We hosted professional softball before. We played a couple of games, and I got to know Kat, and we got really close over that couple of days. But after the last game, our clubhouse manager said, "Hey, Kat left you something in the locker room. You need to come get it." And so I walked back there, and there was this softball that she signed. And she said to Chris, "Thanks for doing an amazing job with this event. Let's get a team so I can come home." 16 years later, Kat.
16 years later, she has been able to come home, and we are proud to be joined by one of the best to ever do it, no matter what sport. The accomplishments that she has is ridiculous. She was a 3-time National Player of the Year. She's a lifetime Longhorn. She's an Olympian. We can go on and on, but right now, she is a mom, and she's also a general manager of the Austin Volts, a team that will be playing at the Dale Diamond, and she is a friend of the show. Good morning, Kat. How are you doing?
Good morning. Doing well. Just exciting day on Tuesday to announce officially being in Texas. Just getting rolling with all things now, because, now is all the fun parts. We find all the partners and continue the momentum from Tuesday all the way until June when we start playing.
I'm so excited about this because we got a chance to have lunch with Chris Amadeus and his staff over at the Round Rock Express. And that story right there, that it pretty much encapsulates who Chris and that organization, the Ryans, and who they are. And all you needed to do was give them that little nudge and say, "Hey, won't y'all figure out a way to get softball here in Central Texas?" And now the dreams are coming true.
Yeah, Chris, obviously, as he mentioned, they hosted it back in 2010. And Chris, at the time, that was like his project. And so he blew it out of the water. He did a tremendous job. Excuse me. They hosted us one other time after that. Again, tremendous job. So I always knew that the Ryans with Ryan Sander Baseball and Chris, they were really excited and trying to get softball here. They understand the importance of it, but they also understand the draw that it can do. And when Kim Ng joined AUSL, she had talked to me and she was like, hey, I really want to have a series in Round Rock. And I think originally they wanted to have the championship series there, but scheduling with the express schedule wasn't going to work. And I was like, well, just make sure my team's there. Like, just make sure my team's at the series. And then when it blew out, I was like, this is a no-brainer. Like, we have to be having the conversations to be in a city. And both sides wanted it. I think that was the best part, is there was no point where either side wasn't 100% in on bringing AUSL to Round Rock. And so, yeah, a little longer than I would have liked. I would have liked to play at home, but it's nice to be putting a pro team in Central Texas. And I think it's a prime spot, obviously, as we know, because we can draw from all over the state.
Kat, being a girl dad, I know you realize the effect that you have on the young girls in the community. Is there something special that y'all are doing or will do to entice the youngsters that love softball and just women's sports to come out and support?
Yeah, we have a whole promotional team that will put anything and everything together. Right now, we're doing a lot of collaborations with organizations around Austin already. I know we're trying to work on a first serve with the Love volleyball team and getting that. But yeah, there will be everything, I'm sure, from little league days to daddy-daughter throwing on the field type stuff. We've done that in the past. So there will be everything to entice young athletes to come out. And I think the biggest thing that a lot of people, if you're not already familiar with the pro softball space, is after every game, our athletes are accessible from 30 to 45 minutes for autographs. So a little girl, no matter what, you come to the game, you probably get at least one, if not multiple autographs. And sometimes if it's not a busy game, you'll get the whole team. And so our girls are always accessible in an organized fashion for autographs after the game. So bare minimum, you get to interact with a few athletes, but yeah, there'll be a lot of promotional stuff to bring out all the fans and get everyone engaged and interacting.
It was great to see last season softball be so prevalent and prominent in Austin with the collegiate women softball winning. Nobody was happier than you.
No, I was unfortunately couldn't be there. It's the first time they've gone to the World Series that I haven't been able to make the trip. But no, I was ecstatic. I was pulling for them every out. Obviously, they had the run rule set up and then decided to make it interesting. But no, long time coming, and it's just a program that I've put my blood, sweat, and tears into, and continue to obviously support. And wanted to see that Natty come home, and so super proud of them. And yeah, I was ecstatic. I was celebrating in the middle of a party, and I was the only Longhorn there, I think. Well, actually, no, take that back. There was Rebel Girls is a group organization we partner with, and one of their younger correspondents was from the Austin area. So that family was with me cheering, but other than us, I don't know anyone else that was more excited.
Especially because now you have some Oklahoma Sooners that are on your squad. And of course, you've got a chance to bring Mia Scott, who everybody loves. Her story is unbelievable. To be able to play with a torn ACL, be able to make it through the entire year, win that World Series, and now she gets a chance to play for the Austin Volts. How excited are you to have her as part of the organization?
Yeah, last year I was really excited to add her to our roster. I think people forget she didn't get drafted because she had said she didn't want to play. Right. And then literally the day after we did the draft internally, she texted me and said, hey, I think I've changed my mind. And I was just like, really? So I kind of walked her through what she needed to do and told her probably a long shot that she gets on a roster right away. Week 2, I ended up having an athlete who blew her Achilles. And so I called Mia. I said, you still want to play? She was like, yes, ma'am. And I was like, well, pack up because you'll be getting a plane ticket in the next 48 hours. And she joined us. And knowing that we were playing in Texas, that was obviously a huge get, knowing that fans would pour out for her. I don't know that she ever realized the pull she has because they talked about it the other day at our promo day, but literally Chans were cheering Mia Scott as she walked up to bat the first time. And I don't know that she's ever felt like the spotlight was that big on her. But I'm excited. I'm excited to bring her home, obviously for her ties. At the same time, just the electric way she plays. But my roster it's studded with a bunch of really exciting softball players. Last year we didn't perform the way we wanted to, but everyone has kind of gone back to the drawing board to figure out how we can make year 2 be as exciting as we thought year one was going to be.
I do want to ask you this because, you know, you start looking at all of these players and people that you've known in the industry and you've been around the game for a long time. When you start to put together these types of rosters, obviously I know that there's a draft. How does free agency kind of work within the softball community as you break it all down?
Yeah. So last year we all automatically got one free agent pick after our first draft. And you could use it however you want, as early as you want, as late as you want. This year, we had the ability to decide how many athletes we wanted to add to our roster during the expansion draft. And so to allow ourselves a free agent spot, or if you want to just have a roster and then go straight to the college draft. So we all get to kind of decide. I right now don't look like I'm going to have a free agent spot. I have 2 spots open, and those have to be for our college athletes to draft them. But you know, GMs get creative, and who knows? You never know what's going to pop up, and I love it. But especially with female athletes, you never know what's going to pop up. So it just happens. And so, you know, there could be a chance where somebody comes to me and is all of a sudden like, I have to take this year off. And I'm like, sold. All right, we'll go find a free agent. But we have a pool of players that basically told us they were interested. And so they were allowed to be in our draft. They like for us with free agency to go to that pool of players first if we can. But if there's a player outside of it that, you know, late decides they're interested, they can be introduced into AUSL and we can pull them out.
I'm gonna let you go with this because last year it was a madhouse at the Dell Diamond, and that was just for a weekend. Now you'll have a couple of times that you will be at the Dell Diamond. How excited are you? I know that you're glad to be back, but how excited are you that you have more than one series that will be played at the Dell Diamond this year?
Oh, we're so excited. I mean, we packed it out last year. You know, even the employees at the Round Rock Express were talking about how it hadn't been that packed and that loud in a long time. So excited to see that happen end over end, even if it's not, you know, 6,500 every night, but it's giving fans a chance to see this type of softball more than once. So if you can't make the first weekend, there's other opportunities where I know last year, some people were like, well, we couldn't make it. Right. So just wait. We'll be back there. You know, obviously I had the hunch, so I just kept being like, just keep your fingers crossed. But no, we're excited to bring it. And obviously then our fans will get to see all the other teams too. And it's not just a select few athletes that you get to see. So if you're a softball fan, I'm sure your favorite player will show up in Round Rock at some point this next summer.
Cat Hardge and I both have daughters. We want that special locker room treatment. Is there any? I'm going to call it right now. I want to come bring my daughter.
All right.
Like, can we get the hookup?
I think I might know a few people. We'll be able to do the hookup. I might have a suite you guys can jump up into. So.
Oh, that's even better.
Well, we appreciate you. We're so excited for the Volts, for the fans, and of course for the Austin community to get a chance to see professional softball back in the Central Texas area. It is elite. I'm excited about it. I can't wait to get out to the ballpark. And of course, it's all run. The Austin Votes are run by yours truly, Kat Osterman. Thanks, Kat. As always, we appreciate you.
Thank you guys so much for the time. And yeah, come out this summer. Go Volts.
There you go. There she is, lifetime Longhorn and legend, Kat Osterman. Coming up next, we'll hear from the world's strongest man as he brings you his world's strongest take. Take it away right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on the iHeartRadio app.
We'll do it right now.
From the Odoo.com Traffic Center, Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
Stop and go traffic in the Travis area, 35 northbound between 45 Toll Road and William Cannon Drive, about a 19-minute delay there. We do have an accident reported Harris Branch Parkway, 290 on the service road there. Accident also reported on 35 southbound at US 290. Other than that, things are looking pretty decent. I'm Alan Craig with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Abacus Plumbing, Air Conditioning, and Electrical.
Need a new AC? Austin Energy's Home Energy Savings Program can help with rebates averaging $2,000 on whole home energy improvements. Call or visit abacusplumbing.com today for a free home energy savings project estimate. M20628.
My perfect day has sand, salt water, and friends. But my moderate to severe plaque psoriasis can take me out of the moment. Now I'm all in with clearer skin thanks to Skyrizi. Risankizumab Riza, a prescription-only 150 milligram injection for adults who are candidates for systemic or phototherapy. With Skyrizi, most people saw 90% clearer skin, and many were even 100% plaque-free at 4 months. Skyrizi is just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines.
Thanks to Skyrizi, there's nothing on my skin, and that means everything. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi, the #1 dermatologist-prescribed biologic in psoriasis. Visit Skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKYRIZI to learn more.
New year, new opportunities. Start 2026 by taking control of your financial future with Texit Coin, the cryptocurrency born in Texas for Texans. Fast, secure, and decentralized, Texit Coin is your chance to buy into freedom and innovation. Don't just make the resolution, make moves toward independence, growth, and real financial power. Visit TexitCoin.com today and join the Texas revolution in finance. Make this the year you lead, not follow. Texit Coin, where Texas meets tomorrow.
Searching online for a car? When you call that dealership, your first question should be, are there any extra costs to the price on your website? At Henna Chevrolet, our answer will always be no. Their answer, you don't want to know. Shop surprise fee free with Henna, where the price you see is the price you get. Absolutely no addendums ever. You deserve honesty, and that's what we run on. Together, let's drive at henna.com.
This message comes from Viking, committed to exploring the world in comfort. Journey through the heart of Europe on an elegant Viking longship with thoughtful service, destination-focused dining, and cultural enrichment on board and on shore. With small ships that bring travelers closer to the destination, there's more time to explore. And every Viking voyage is all-inclusive, with no children and no casinos. Discover more at Viking.com. This message comes from Viking, committed to exploring the world in comfort. Journey through the heart of Europe on an elegant Viking longship with thoughtful service, destination-focused dining, and cultural enrichment on board and on shore. With small ships that bring travelers closer to the destination, there's more time to explore. And every Viking voyage is all-inclusive, with no children and no casinos. Discover more at Viking.com.
From the ABA Heating and Cooling Weather Center, this is Zone Weather.
Partly cloudy today with a high in the upper 60s. Then big changes take place tomorrow night when an Arctic cold front moves in. Winter storm watch underway. Some light icing from freezing rain and sleet could impact roads across the area.
This report is sponsored by Aleve. Life doesn't wait, and neither should you. Aleve can help you deal with pain less throughout your day. With just one pill, Aleve lasts up to 12 hours. Don't let those aches and pains hold you back from doing what's important to you. Use as directed.
This show contains information subject to, but not limited to, personal takes, rumors, not so accurate stats, and plenty more. What's up, man? This your boy, Nav Green from the Broken Play Podcast. Look, it's the end of the season. The playoffs are here. But guess what? It ain't the end of your season. You can always tune in with Broken Play Podcast with Nav Green on the Black Effect Podcast Network. Not a team who ain't going to the playoffs. The Chiefs. What's a wrap? It's time to rebuild. Open your free iHeartRadio app. Search Broken Play with Nav Green and listen now.
We all use AI, but here, it never pretends it's real. AM 1300 The Zone. Guaranteed human.
Great stuff from Cat Osterman, lifetime legend on Cat Osterman. If you missed any parts of the show, get over to our podcast page wherever you get your podcast. But right now, you know what it sounds like when that beat drops. One and only, world's strongest man in WWE Hall of Fame, Mark Henry, brings you his world's strongest man. Take it away, big fella.
Hard?
Yes.
You know what time it is? What time is it? It's time for the world's strongest take by the world's strongest Marcus. Back then they didn't know. Now I'm hot. They are all on. Guys, here we are again. And it's normally the negatives that I tend to go after. And today is no different. Guys, last week, Sean McDermott was fired from being the coach of the Buffalo Bills. And he was fired after the game in the locker room. And everybody was wondering why. They lost the game. Everybody was, depressed and sad already, but it took it to another level. Josh Allen was crying at the podium, and everybody thought, like, man, you lost the game. Like, we get it. But what everybody didn't know is that they had already got the information that his coach, Sean McDermott, had got fired. And he felt like that was his fault, that he let him down. He turned the ball over 4 times. And the owner of the team, Terry Bagula, I don't know what his problem is, because in less than a week, he's fired the coach right after the game. Like, the emotions hadn't got a chance to be alleviated. And with no hiring in sight, still going through the processes. And then he comes out yesterday. They have the press conference about the team doing what they're doing. And
Marcus, how's that sound?
And Marcus, you got the sound? Awesome, Marcus.
Yeah, can I interrupt? I'll address the Keon situation.
Jay,
a bad call. I want to take you in the locker room after that game. I looked around. First thing I noticed was our quarterback with his head down, crying. I looked at all the other players. I looked at their faces and our coaches. I walked over to Josh. He didn't even acknowledge I was there. First thing I said to him, I said, "That was a catch." We all know what I'm talking about. He didn't acknowledge me. He just sat there sobbing. He was listless. He had given everything he had to try to win that game. And looking around, so did all the other players on the team.
And that is when he decided to let him go.
Right. And you decide to let the coach go and make everybody on the team even more sad, more listless, as he said. Hardge, on top of that, yesterday, he came out and he said that they didn't even really want one of the wide receivers that they chose, that was the past regime's problem. What is going on with this organization? It went from being the fun-loving, fans jumping through tables, like the fun team in the NFL, to this. And it seems like these are inside things that need to stay inside. But why is the owner, why is Terry Bagula wanting to put that out there now? My take is this. Regardless of who you hire as a coach, Josh Allen is the focal point of that team. And they're going to have to get him some help to be a better quarterback, and also somebody else to take the pressure off of him. What say you?
Well, I mean, it's the fact of the matter, right? Like, this guy has created some weirdness in this moment. I was telling Marcus earlier, I was like, sometimes as an owner, you don't need to say anything.
Nothing.
You made the decision, and you got to live with your decision. A lot of folks are not happy with your decision, but the reality of it all is you failed, and a lot of people have a lot of questions. You promote Billy, or what's his name, Billy Bean or Brian Bean, whatever, Brandon Bean, whatever his name is.
BB.
He has been, BB. He has been promoted, and yet he's the one that's buying all the groceries. He talked about the Keon Coleman. Well, there's some information that needed to come out because he was like, the coaching staff is the one that really wanted to push this, but I'm not going to put this all on him.
Yeah, I mean,
Can I interrupt? I'll address the Keon situation. The coaching staff pushed to draft Keon. I'm not saying Brandon wouldn't have drafted him, but he wasn't his next choice. That was Brandon being a team player and taking advice of his coaching staff, who felt strongly about the player. And, he's taken, for some reason, heat over it and not saying a word about it. But I'm here to tell you the true story.
Basically, when I went to bed that night, I was like, it's Keon unless someone just blows us away. We didn't feel anything was attractive enough for us to pass up on Keon.
Maybe you shouldn't have said nothing because they got receipts.
They got receipts. They know.
People know. They will dig up what you said and bring it back to you because you just sat here and fired a coach who you said didn't get the team over the hump, but he ain't buy the groceries.
Ooh.
And you also said he wouldn't have been their first choice. Keon was not their choice. And old boy just said, when I went to bed and I laid my head down, Keon was going to be our guy unless somebody else blows us away.
Somebody lying.
It's the owner.
And if I was Keon, I would be going right to the facility today. Hey, big meeting.
Change my key card?
I need y'all to go ahead and put me on the market.
Yes.
Trade me.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to be here and you didn't want me.
Well, that's not true. He did want him.
But he lied though.
He lied to him. Great take by the world's strongest man. When we come back, we got some more to get into. Pittsburgh is making a move, and I'm curious to how this is going to work out. Right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio, AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on the iHeartRadio app.
Join Craig Way weekdays from 2 to 5 p.m.
I'm not going to throw my broadcast crew under the bus, but I will tell you this. Best producer I've ever worked with, Bill Hardball, carried with him a yellow flag. So if there was a penalty, he would wave it, but he would do it unobtrusively. Shipley takes off with a punt return. Bill goes into reach to pull out the flag, but it flew out of his hands right in mid-sentence there. There's a flag on the play. Yeah, the flag was on tag, so it didn't matter.
Only on Sports Radio, AM 1300 The Zone.
Listen to the Bama Brown Experience on the free iHeartRadio app or at BamaBrownPodcast.com.
Stop and go traffic in the Travis area, 35 northbound between 45 Toll Road and William Cannon Drive, about a 19-minute delay there. We do have an accident reported Harris Branch Parkway at 290 on the service road there. Accident also reported on 35 southbound at US 290. Other than that, things are looking pretty decent. I'm Alan Craig with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Bet Online.
Football playoff action continues to heat up, and Bet Online gives you more ways to play. The latest odds, breaking news, live scores, and in-game action, so you never miss a moment of the road to the big game. Head to Bet Online today, because at Bet Online, the game starts here.
Hardge here, and the new year is rolling in at Covert Chevy Hutto. If 2026 is about fresh starts and bigger moves, it's time to upgrade what you drive. Right now, start the year strong with $15,000 off MSRP on a new 2025 Chevy Silverado 1500. Or cruise into the new year in style with $5,198 off MSRP on a new 2025 Chevy Blazer 2LT. See dealer for details. New year, new ride, real Chevy power. That's Covert Chevy Hutto, right off of Highway 79. CovertChevyHutto.com. Together, let's drive.
Over 3 million Texans struggle with diabetes. They're our neighbors. Features.
doctors and nurses, police officers, and often their family members. Across every walk of life, Texans may be fighting a serious health battle, but there's hope for a cure. Right now, when you make a donation to HelpStopDiabetes.com, Thomas J. Henry will generously match your donation, with all proceeds supporting the American Diabetes Association. Because when we take care of each other, we take care of Texas. Please make your donation today. Visit HelpStopDiabetes.com.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
ZipRecruiter. The second round is this weekend, and now you can trade on football legally in Texas on Kalshi. Right now, LA is trading at 42% to beat Seattle. That means a $100 trade pays out $289 with a win. On Kalshi, you are trading against peers in a live market, meaning there's no house. And as the odds change, you can buy in and out of your position all game long. For a limited time, download the Kalshi app and use code iHeart to get $20 when you trade 100. KALSHI. Kalshi. Trade on anything.
This is Jim. Hello. Jim started advertising with iHeartRadio way back in April. And now
I have customers out the door.
And this is Sarah.
Hi.
She started putting a portion of her marketing dollars in podcasting back in June.
Business is booming. That's why I'm working on a Saturday.
Want to be like Jim and Sarah? It's easy. All you have to do is own or manage a business and reach out to iHeart. Get started today at 844-844-iHeart or iHeartAdvertising.com.
This is the story of the one. As an HVAC technician, he and his digital multimeter are in high demand. So when a noisy office HVAC turns out to be a failing blower motor, he doesn't break a sweat. With Grainger's easy-to-use website and product information, he selects the product he needs to keep everything humming right along. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Well, the holidays have come and gone once again, but if you've forgotten to get that special someone in your life a gift, well, Mint Mobile is extending their holiday offer of half off unlimited wireless. So here's the idea. You get it now. You call it an early present for next year. What do you have to lose?
Visit mintmobile.com/radio. Limited time 50% off regular price for new customers. Upfront payment required. $45 for 3 months, $90 for 6 months, or $180 for 12-month plan. Taxes and fees extra. Speeds may slow after 50 gigabytes per month when network is busy. See terms.
Come in and check out Macy's this weekend for new active sets to keep up with your New Year's goals. There are so many great pieces in the store, and the deals are incredible. Like head-to-toe men's and women's looks from Adidas, Champion, and more, all for $50 and under. So head into the store and walk out with great deals on new active and so much more starting tomorrow. At Macy's, savings off select prices, exclusions apply.
Texas football plays here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone.
Man, what an outstanding show we have had today. Such great guests. Starting with the head baseball coach of the University of Texas, Jim Schlossnagle, joined us at 7:34. Eric Henry of Hardge 247 always breaks it down. Gave us insight to what we saw last night with Texas basketball, and of course, legendary lifetime long Cat Osterman joined us and talked about the Austin Bolts, their new softball team. Well, it's not she's the second year, and they will be playing at the Diamond Express, and we are the home of the Express, but also the home of the Texas Longhorns. And by the way, Texas news came out, been reported by Chris Hummer of CBS Sports and Matt Zentz. Texas has signed Coastal Carolina's MJ Morris to be in the quarterback room at the University of Texas. If you remember, last year we had Troy transfer Matthew Caldwell coming in to back up Manning and made a couple big plays actually this year. So Texas is shoring up that room that right now has Arch Manning, KJ Lacey, and incoming 5-star superstar Dia Bell in that room. So just a little bit more security for the Texas Longhorns. You know, Mark, you always talking about traveling and wanting to get on the road, but everybody doesn't want to drive. But if I do drive, it's going to be with a Covert Chevy out of Hutto. I'll be doing one of those driven when we drive somewhere. But there's an opportunity to get on something that you love, and that's Vaughn Lane.
Yeah, man, I like the Vaughn Lane bus system, luxury bus. You got to put your head back for 2 or 3 hours, and us going to Dallas, us going to Houston, us making a trip to San Antonio to see the Spurs games and the Houston and Dallas games, I think would be great. Marcus and I went down to San Antonio and got to meet Wemby and hang out with Arch Manning. Like there's more of that to be in store for us. And I think that with Vaughn Lane as a partner, I think it would be very comfortable. And we bring a lot of attention to it. And other people are going to get on the bus with us. They're going to say, y'all going on the trip? We're going on the trip.
Yeah.
So it'd be pretty fun deal. And Craig Way, the voice of the Longhorns, said that he'd love to do that. Come on, man.
Have you seen Craig Way? Craig Way ain't never got time to do nothing but call games.
Craig need to take naps. Craig need to get on the bus with us.
Have you seen the way that dude work?
He work on the bus.
Hey, I'm talking about he's on the grind. He on the grind.
Does Craig, is he a control nut? Does he like to drive? Does he have to drive the car?
How do you think he has all these great stories about different places to eat? Because he's driving his car and he could go where he wants to.
We're going to change that.
But if a Vaughn Lane representative is listening to this and you want to be a part of the morning kickoff, we definitely are open. And if you or anyone else wants to be a part of this, please reach out to us or the great folks over at iHeartRadio, because they do a great job and they'll make sure that they take care of you. We were talking going to break. Pittsburgh is making moves, and it is reported that they are having a meeting with Pittsburgh's own Mike McCarthy. Mike McCarthy, former Dallas Cowboy head coach, former Green Bay Packer head coach, is up for the conversation of possibly being the head coach of the Pittsburgh Steelers.
You see me shaking my head.
I do. And that gives him an opportunity to be reunited with one Aaron Rodgers. Interesting choice as we see right now.
No, and no. Mike McCarthy would not be around for 23, 24 years as a head coach.
Agreed.
And the Steelers organization, they want somebody for the long haul. They've only had 3 coaches in their entirety. So why would they go against the system that they've put forth already? So I see them hiring a 38-year-old coach and moving forward.
You think that they go young as opposed to
young and talented with a lot of, intangibles,
right?
Character, class, like they that's who they've hired in the last 3 coaches. Why would they go for something different?
Well, I mean, each one of those coaches won a Super Bowl, but it's been few and far between here lately. So maybe they are looking at something a little bit different this time.
Well, this is a great chance to clean house. Like you have a Hall of Fame coach step down. That money goes away. You have a Hall of Fame orange jacket guy that gold jacket that's going to go away at quarterback. A lot of money just got freed up. And they have a few guys on that defense that may not be on that defense next year.
Yeah.
Because their deals are up. Now you got to either repay them, re-sign them, or, move a different direction. I think that you take a young coach and then you go out in free agency and get some younger tools that you can work with over the next 5 years.
Yeah, it is going to be one of those it's going to be interesting to see how it all plays out.
Yeah, I can't wait. This is TV right here.
Yeah, that's what it's all about. Well, if you missed any part of the show, get over to the podcast page wherever you get your podcasts and check out the latest as we continue to bring you the best. I want to thank Coach Schlossnagel. I want to thank Eric Henry. And, of course, I want to thank Kat Osterman. I want to thank Mark Henry. And, of course, our guy Marcus behind the boards. Tomorrow, Hall of Famer Chipper Jones will talk about the Hall of Fame class and the party that they are going to have when they get to Cooperstown because of his teammate. And, of course, we got Ann Parker Coleman breaking down all the latest on the high school levels. And as always, folks, make sure you lock it in. And just remember this, don't believe everything you see because even salt looks like sugar. Peace.
Get ready for iHeartRadio Icons with John Mellencamp. John is heading out this summer on his Dancing Awards Tour, The Greatest Hits. And to celebrate, we'll take you to his Belmont Mall studio in Indiana, where he'll perform his iconic songs live.